Live in Ketchikan is the only show of its kind dedicated to our town. This is the television show that spotlights all that happens in and around Ketchikan. Live in Ketchikan is your resource for all good things local.
All right, first day of school has just passed. Live in Ketchikan right here at KHI. I'm with the former school resource officer, Derek McGarrigan. Okay, so you guys are like here in mass all week long. I walk in on the first day of school and like it seems like the whole police force is right here in KHI. Tell me the backstory on that.
Well, there isn't really a backstory. The bad part is, I don't think you can zoom over there, but those two beautiful young men, those are the new school resource officers. It's Joe Smitherman, Josh Workman. I was up here 4 years ago as an SRO. They took the program out because we needed more coverage on the road, and now that Alan Bengard became chief, one part of his plan was to put the SROs back, and now we're back. I'm just here showing them around, introducing them to all the principals at the schools, and that's why we're here. The three of us are here. Not the whole department, there's like 24.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Yeah,
and the reason I mention that is because there was an absence for a while.
Yeah.
So if folks have forgotten or maybe they're new to town, tell me what the school resource officer actually does.
We're just within the school, and it's more over as a resource to the kids. The most important thing that we do is actually get to know the kids, get to know the teachers, and it really just aids everything else you do when they get older, as far as the students go. And of course, we're here for protection of the teachers and the students, and of course, we're here to make sure everything's safe and okay. But it really is mostly about teaching. You do a lot of counseling with the kids because you help out a lot with the principal and the issues that the kids have. And it's more about just having relationships with the kids than anything else. I mean, we're not here to get bust kids and get kids in trouble. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, sometimes kids get caught with weed, and whatever it happens. And, we don't want it in the school, but it's more about just getting to know the kids.
Yeah, I remember that at a presentation to the school board a few years ago, and what was mentioned was that you guys really forged some very close relationships with the kids, and they actually confide in you.
Yeah, it's actually that. For all the time we spend here in the school, the best part is when you get to know the kids, and actually they'll, you sit down and they come walking up and hanging out with you, or they come into your office and hang out, and it's nice, you see them on the street later on and they actually talk to you and tell you information, and it works well.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, so for the time being, you guys have been here after school every day. Can we expect to see you at any other times?
Well, we've been here during the entire school day. So we get up here at 7:30, 7:45 after you get Starbucks on the way up, so 7:45, and then we leave about 3:15, 3:30. So we're here all day, and they're going to be here Monday to Friday, all during school hours. And they go to charter school, Houtling, TSAS, all the schools in town. We don't really go to the one out north and south. It's just, it's out there. If they need help, they can call us, we'll show up, but it's more trooper land out there. So we go to all the schools and we're here all school day.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay, so now that we're still talking, you've graduated the SRO program, right?
Yeah.
So now what is your new role?
Well, I'm still detective. I put on a bunch of weight because I sit behind a desk, and yeah, thanks. No, I've been a detective for 2 years. I got one more year to go, then I'll be back on the road and patrol in uniform. So I'll go back to being a road dog here in a year. So I've been a detective for a while.
I've got another year of speeding. Oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
Yeah, you got a year of getting away with it. And then, I haven't been on the road in a while, so I'm excited to get back out on the road.
Oh, very cool. Well, welcome back, and here's to a new school year. You're watching Live in Ketchikan, and we have moved once again. It's an amazingly sunny day, and there is a ton of stuff going on around town. We're stopping up here at the new library to see how things are going. If you weren't aware, the new library opens January 2nd. Tons of stuff happening. We've just had a huge truck full of trees delivered. This guy's gonna go pick it up. Inside, the bathrooms are complete. Art is going up. All the rooms are being completed. They're installing doors. Propane for the new fireplace has arrived, and there is stuff happening all over to prepare for the new library. Now, the old library, it's going to shut down on Thanksgiving Day, and we have a special secret for you, so you'll have to check that out when we move to the other side of the building. So here's the deal. The library is going to close in its current downtown location right before Thanksgiving. You can help them out because that's a lot of books to move into this big new building by checking out Get this, up to 100 items from the library, and you can keep them fine-free all the way through the new year. Now, they're really encouraging. I went there today, and I don't know what Linda, the librarian, gave me, but she gave me a bunch of the heaviest books. I think that was by design. But I did pick up this one, and this is my favorite, Eat Your Way Across the USA. So if you're a big reader, you should have plenty of time to not only read your book once, but twice and maybe 3 times. Or you can take Linda's advice and grab the thickest books possible. So clearly the new library is located in a really beautiful location. They've taken great efforts, and I might add, they are on schedule in the construction of the new library to do things, little details like adding in natural looking boulders, and you'll see a natural river rock filling this in. They've also, on the hill behind the library that's viewable as you drive up Schoenbar, they have clear cut all of the alder trees and left the fir trees for the view. Then they've also carefully engineered the hill so that there are no landslides either going down towards Schoenbar or back into the valley below the library. It's really an outstanding site, particularly because there are many that believe that this new library will be a huge hub for the community. It's full of meeting rooms, all sorts of spaces for kids, teens, and adults, and community groups and readers alike will all be able to utilize this new library beginning on January 2nd. Now remember, the big message of today is you can check out up to 100 books by going to the old library shortly before Thanksgiving, and you may keep those books until January 2nd when the new library opens. Who knows, they might even give you a grace period of a couple of days and not charge you any fines if you give them the courtesy of not returning all of the 5,000 books that people check out over the holidays. They don't want them all back on the same day. So thanks for watching, and we'll give you another update very shortly. Okay, it looks like K-High is the TV studio this week, but we've got a special honor right here on Live in Ketchikan. Matt the Electrician, uber cool musician from Austin, is here visiting Ketchikan once again. And you know, I heard a funny story about how you got to Ketchikan the first go-round. I think someone named Matt Hamilton, we won't say his name, fibbed to you a little bit? Tell me about that.
Yeah, he wrote an email directly to me saying that, I can't even remember now, he said he represented some corporation or some company, and they were going to have an office party or some sort of a company party, and he wanted to hire me. It sounded like a corporate event, which occasionally I do, and I said, oh, that sounds great, and I forwarded it along to my agent, and she got back to me and said, okay, this sounds like it's a company, some kind of company event, and you know, they're going to fly you up there and pay for everything. And I was like, great, sounds cool. And yeah, then when I got up here, it was Matt Hamilton
and his gig.
Yeah, and it was really kind of a friends and family, you know, event, and it was very cool. And I think after about the second day in, he came clean and said, you know, I told your agent I was a promoter, and I'm not. And he told me this whole story, and I said, well, that's okay, because now I've been here for a couple of days, and everybody seems really nice, and
you guys became cool personal friends over the years, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. All right, tomorrow night, North Tongass Community Center, you're back on for 2 concerts. Now, by the time this airs, those concerts will have happened, but we'll have those concerts on our KPU music channel,
cool.
So that'll be neat. But I gotta know, I always ask people this, what is your impression about Ketchikan overall? Because you've been here, I mean, Austin is a far cry from Ketchikan.
Yeah, yes and no. It's quite a bit smaller, and the landscape's different, and the weather's different, and all of that. But one of my favorite things about Austin is it's a city with all of this industry, but it always feels like a small town to me. And so Ketchikan's not all that different. It feels, you know, it's a small town where seems like there's this great community of people, and so that's my impression of Ketchikan. Really is I mean, the landscape's amazing, and so it's always fun to get up here and see that. But just being introduced to a lot of the people in the town through Matt and Christy and all their friends has just been great.
Very cool, very cool. So you've got some new tunes out. Did I read that on your website correctly?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I have
Just a
CD
few,
that,
right?
Well, I have a CD that came out about a year ago.
Okay.
And then I'm in the middle of working on a new record right now.
Oh, nice. When's that going to come out?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I
You're
don't
still
know.
in the creative process?
Yeah, I've been writing a lot, and I've just started working with some recordings, and I'm hoping probably by next spring.
I got to ask, the nosy people of Ketchikan got to know this. Where did the name Matt the Electrician come from?
Sadly, it's not very exciting. I was an electrician.
Well, come on now.
Yeah.
So how did you make the transition from electrician to musician?
Well, I quit my job as an electrician.
Great
It was,
Come on now, we're supposed to have a little controversy and excitement. Shall I ask you about Iraq or something,
yeah,
right?
it was less a transition and more just a free fall.
How long have you been playing? Had you been playing a long time before that?
Yeah. No, I started playing guitar and writing songs when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
So that was 25 years ago.
Holy smokes. Now, why guitar as opposed to a different instrument?
I played a different instrument for a long time, and I still do some. I started playing the trumpet when I was 5, and I studied that in school, and I even went to college as a trumpet major.
Oh, wow.
But when I was 14 or 15, and I was in a new high school, and I didn't know a lot of people, and I wasn't meeting girls primarily. That was the main thing. And I felt that it was my right to meet more girls. And I saw this guy at my high school sitting up on this grassy knoll at lunchtime, and he had long hair and a jean jacket with all these patches, and he was playing this guitar, and he was singing Stairway to Heaven. And I remember seeing him there, and I looked down, and I was holding my trumpet, and I looked at my trumpet, and I looked at this guy with a guitar, and I looked back at my trumpet, and I went home that afternoon, and I asked my dad to teach me a couple chords on the guitar, and it changed everything. It was.
You had to have that coolness factor.
I met a lot more girls that way. The trumpet doesn't
Not so much.
Doesn't get you chicks.
Yeah. Well, you know, there is a huge musical program for youth here in Ketchikan. Actually, Ketchikan is really musical.
Yeah.
So why don't we take you back to your coolness in high school, since we are sitting in a high school. Will you play a tune for us?
Sure.
Sweet, thanks. This is all right. So what are you gonna play?
I'll play the.
Oh, nice.
So we good? Are we rolling?
We're rocking and rolling over here. Yeah, that sounds good too.
Okay. Cool.
sweet. That was awesome. That was so cool. You actually had administrators and teachers coming out to listen to you. That's really neat. So any other particular tunes that you're excited about playing at your concert here?
Well, I've got some new stuff, and I love playing here. I mean, it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now, and so there's definitely, you know, people that come to the shows that know some of the songs, so that's always cool.
Awesome. Well, yeah, they clearly did, because they were all saying, I heard his voice. I had to come out and see if he was really here.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome. Well, hey, thanks a lot. I know you're busy. Good luck tomorrow night. And
thank you.
What a treat.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching Live in Ketchikan. We'll be back with another show very shortly.